The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon and welcome to the TPE webinar, The New Rules of Engagement. And we want to welcome you today. We've got a great webinar planned. I want to share a couple things with you really quickly. First of all, thanks to all the exhibitors and the folks who have come into TPE 2017. We refer to TPE 17 as the grand rebrand. If you look at what's happened, is Cratech has invested. We've got a segmented show floor with 4 sections, literally 4 shows in one. We have new themed lounges in each one of the sections for people to try before they buy, and such a super cool environment. We've got all kinds of new product highlights. We actually have NATO, who is doing some of our education sessions, which is fantastic. We have expanded cross-media marketing to make sure that we really blow it out of the water and bring all kinds of new buyers past your booth, and you write more purchase orders. So a couple quick things is this webinar is being recorded and will be archived in case you have any questions, want to rewatch it or pass it on to a colleague. This will have plenty of tips in here to kind of tell you how to do certain things. But again, at the end, we'll have you some information. In case you have any questions, you can give us a call. If you do have any questions, feel free to use the chat box, and we'll respond to you by the end of the session. So let's get started. So the new rules of engagement. These are TPE Exhibitor tools and opportunities to drive booth traffic, leads, and sales. And you'll see them in several different buckets. So let's go on here. So webinar agenda really quickly. We have the free expo passes, which I'm going to talk about at length because you will find out that this will generate leads for your company. We'll talk about the free exhibitor toolkit, which again are things beyond the free passes. And then we'll talk about some lead generation tools on site, which will dazzle you. There's no other industry show in this space who has what we're offering today. Followed up by new marketing and sponsorship opportunities, things that you told us you wanted to see that we've created. And of course, last but not least, any kind of questions and answers we'd be happy to talk about. So let's move on right away. The first thing and one of the most important things is TPE has a free Expo Pass program. And what does that mean? An attendee will pay $30 to $40 to attend the expo itself, and even more to attend the conference. But this year, for the first time, TPE is offering every exhibitor an allotment of 500 free expo passes. So the value, is $50 to $60 per buyer or registrant. The early bird deadline ends the end of this year, the 31st, so it goes up from $50 to $60. So if you take those 500 free expo passes and multiply it times the cost, you're creating a lot of goodwill and saving your customers and prospects money. This is clearly going to be the most valuable marketing tool used by TPE exhibitors. And I can tell you this with conviction because there's a gentleman on the phone who I'll introduce in just a minute who has worked with me to do some incredible things in other shows to make sure we've done just a kick-butt job to make sure, again, that we deliver all kinds of great things. So let me do this really quick. Without further ado, I'm on the phone with Steve Barove. Steve, say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Steve Barove is a specialist in lead retrieval with Convention Data Services. TPE did research to find what they feel is the very best registration company, not only to print a badge and do lead retrieval, but to create different types of benefits exactly like we're talking about here. And Steve will share with you some additional lead retrieval information in a few minutes. So back to the free pass. Super, super valuable. And you can use these things and invite people to create goodwill and to drive booth traffic. What we're going to show you, and we will show you exactly how to do this, is there is a unique free pass link, which is called a Pearl, that each and every one of you have already. You may not know, but I'll show you where to find it. Part of this free pass program. And so there is a free pass program. Why would you use a free pass program? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, it's a very inexpensive way to deliver invitations to visit your company at the show. And again, saving $50 to $60 per person compliments of your company, whoever it might be. This saves people a lot of money so that they can spend money, obviously, buying in purchase orders, and then fun things, obviously, in Las Vegas. It gives the exhibitors the ability to generate leads pre-show. And again, I'm going to show you how, and Steve's going to help support that too, because what's going to end up happening is there is an exhibitor registration portal, a site where you can see who's registered using your free pass link, but there's more to it than that, so stand by. When you find out who's registered, you can call your registrants and set up appointments at the show, determine what their interests are, because here's the really cool thing about this free pass link. When anyone registers, they have to fill out not only their contact information, but some demographic questions that TPE said, wouldn't it be great if our exhibitors knew this? So there are things that Steve will share with you a little bit later. For example, you'll find out the title of the person. You'll find out where they stand in the buying process. You'll find out what their budget is, when they plan on purchasing, and more important, what products they're interested in. The reason this is so hyper important prior to the show is it literally will generate leads. Whether it's a customer you currently have and you don't know what their product interests are coming up, or whether it's a prospect, you will very quickly see when someone registers using your free pass link, all of this information. You can take it and you can export it into Excel or your CRM. So basically, these people who sign up for the show will provide enough information to give you leads in advance of the show. It's phenomenal. You can set up VIP appointments. You can talk to people in advance of the show. And as far as TPE is concerned, they're happy to help set up and deliver more value to you pre-show as well and on-site. So post-show, what ends up happening, this is kind of fun. The exhibitor registration site can be accessed about 72 hours after the show. And what would happen is each one of those people, there's another column that appears. And if it says verified, the people have attended the show. A best practice. Oftentimes, what you can do if this is one of your customers and they were verified but did not come to your booth, it's worth quick follow-up on to make sure that your folks who maybe didn't see them in the show or in your booth, follow up right away. Find out the products they want because you'll see it on your website, but it's very important to use that verified key and do it right. So again, another tool, none of this costs a penny through TPE. So, and here's how to use that free pass link, any pass. So we provide a free email template, which you'll see coming up in the marketing tools. And what it does is we've created some messaging around TPE. It's very easy for you to use. You can use it exactly where it is and paste in your link. Or what you can do is you can customize it. You can put in your own information. You can fill out your own template. You can create your own template. But customize it with your products, your booth number, and of course your free pass link. And email the invitation from your company and or your sales reps. It's pretty darn fun because I've even seen sales reps take the logo for the show, which of course is provided free to you in the free toolkit, and they'll paste and come visit us free at TPE, click here to register. So literally what happens is people now are putting these, your sales folks, in their email signatures so that every email that goes out, they see that you're going to be at TPE, see what products you're going to have at TPE, and get a free invite to TPE. So it's pretty cool stuff. Also, use that same thing on your company website and highlight and invite people. Hey, again, we provide the logos and the banner ads to discover new products at TPE. Come see us. And again, put that free pass link or hyperlink it right on your website. It's very easy. Same thing, banner ads, newsletters. There's so many ways now that you folks are communicating. And one of the things, Steve, I see brilliantly done in this industry is these folks know how to use social media. So feel free to use social media to invite people to your booth at TPE along with your free pass link, and I guarantee you'll see higher booth traffic than you've ever seen. So accessing and managing the free Expo Pass, it's as simple as this, really. What you do is if you go to tobaccoplusexpo.com and you click on the Exhibit tab at the top of the page where you actually see the red arrow, and you click on the option Register Staff, and then you use your login, your user ID, and passcode. If you don't have that, simply call us and we will provide it to you. Then, after you enter that information, you'll see the banner at the lower part of the menu. Click Invite Your Customers tab. When you get into that tab, that CDS, you will see a bevy of information. You'll see people who have registered using your link if you've used it already. you'll see your free pass link, and all you have to do is copy paste that and hyperlink it if you like, or embed it anywhere you want. It's as simple as that. You can copy and paste it into that template, that email template, whatever you want to do. Anyway, it's very, very easy, and that's what's important for you to realize. Next, so what happens? All of a sudden, you've sent out 2,000 invites, and you got 200 people who have registered. Then what you want to do is you want to go in and look at who those people are who registered. This is just a sample, because you got to keep in mind TPE has never used a system, but Steve and I certainly have. So what ends up happening is when you go into that system, here's what you're going to see per registrant. You're going to see the person's name, the company name, their address, their contact information, where they live, their phone number, their email address. But there's more important things. You're going to see some demographic information not listed. You will certainly see their principal business. You'll see their job function. You'll see their purchasing budget. You'll see their purchasing time frame, and the ever-important products of interest. And people can pick multiple products of interest. So the great thing about that, again, is for everyone who registers using your free pass link, you get all this information. It makes this a powerful lead generation tool. Again, whether it's one of your customers and you're not sure what their interests are, or whether it's a prospect of somebody who really wants to find some new products at TPE, now you know what they are. You can reach out to them in advance. You can distribute them to your salespeople. You can send emails. You can thank them. More importantly, this is about driving booth traffic and creating a relationship. So it's that easy, and it's that impressive. So use it. It is just such a free, cool tool, and it's easy to use. A couple other quick things. Now let's get into the heavy-duty stuff on lead retrieval. So we do have a free exhibitor toolkit. Again, if you go to tobaccoplusexpo.com, you go up to the Exhibit tab, and you'll see an option on the menu for Free Exhibitor Toolkit. Here, there's going to be areas of things that, again, cost you nothing. They're included with your booth, like the free basic online listing. Use that, because there's some great information for people to go through to search, can find you more easily, and put you on their task list. So when they're at the show, they make sure they see you. Free pass link, you've already seen that. Show logos and promotional assets. We've got a bevy of things there also. Go on there, see what we have available, copy and paste them, download them, whatever it might be. There's some other cool things. We have a dynamic social media company who works with us and helps us push out all different kinds of information. If you're an exhibitor, we've already covered it. We've already sent out some information that you'll be on our show, and we're looking for your new products. So we have a free program. Again, if you go to this toolkit and you click, you are going to find an opportunity to have a form of the new products you'll have at the show. Fill it out, submit it, and we'll tweet it. We'll use Facebook, we'll use Instagram, LinkedIn, and more, free of charge. Your content is our content. That's how we're going to get people to the show. There's a free press release template. Let's say that you have a new product introduction and you want to make sure people know about this thing, then simply use that, and again, adjust it any way you want, but it has very easy fields. So we highlight them. You fill them in, send it out to the media. More people will know it's your show. Again, more media coverage, more booth traffic, and again, we want to do as much as we can to make sure we drive more people to your booth at TPE. And last but not least, you'll see the customizable email template. Again, if you click that link, the template will pop up. We've already created it to make it easy for you. You copy and paste it, fill in your specific information, your company, your booth number, your products, free pass link, and that thing is good to send. It's amazing. And there's in the toolkit and also in the CDS registration area, it is very simple to make sure you can use it easily. So again, free company online listing, the custom email templates, using your free pass link, social media highlights, new product highlights, press release templates, show logos, promotional assets, banner ads, the works. They're all at your disposal, and they are all completely free. Again, TPE has invested substantial money to make sure that not only have we created a dynamic show, which is more valuable for attendees and exhibitors alike, but we found ways to make sure more people know you're going to be there, and we drive more people to your booth. So I'm going to stop talking for a minute because I'm just babbling on at this point, and I want to reintroduce Steve Baroque from CDS. Steve, if you could share with us all the information about what happens when an exhibitor gets to a show and how they use it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chris. And hello, everyone. Again, my name is Steve Barove, and I'm with Convention Data Services. And I'm going to present some lead retrieval options for you for the show. And again, I'm presenting this on behalf of my coworker and good friend, Nicole Hutchinson. And we'll provide her contact information at the end of this presentation, which we are recording. So let's talk about sales leads. Today we'll be discussing sales leads and the importance of sales leads, setting sales lead goals, how to best capture and qualify sales leads, how do you follow up and turn your sales leads into sales. So first of all, what is a sales lead? Let's talk about first of all what it isn't. A sales lead is not a simple badge swipe or scan, just capturing that blind lead and just recording it into an electronic file. It's also not a business card in a fishbowl or somebody's pocket. A true sales lead is that personal interaction with the attendee where the exhibitor can ask qualified questions. You can go through a list of products and services that they're interested in and select those products or services. Or you can even go the next step and set up a follow-up. Maybe you want to set up a conference call or a meeting with that visitor right there in the booth, or possibly after the show, maybe a week after the show, you can set up a conference call and so on. So why should you use lead retrieval? Well, the first thing I like to say about using lead retrieval is, some people tell me when I talk to exhibitors over the phone, they say, we're just going to collect business cards. But as we all know, not everyone carries a business card. However, everyone at the TPE show will have a badge with a QR code to scan. So with that QR code scan, you're going to quickly collect valuable sales lead information. In addition to collecting that information, though, we provide so many really neat follow-up tools that will allow you to go through and qualify that individual a lot further so that when you get back to your office, you can go through, you'll have notes, you'll have products of interest. Again, we make it so easy. We have a 5-star rating system. We just make it really easy for you to follow up with each individual, and that will help you in your sales process. So what information can you collect by scanning the QR codes? Well, first of all, you're going to get all the contact information that you would normally get in a business card. As you can see on the screen, first name, last name, title, email, phone, and so on, all the mailing information. But in addition to all the information you get on a business card, you're going to get valuable demographic information. And as you can see, during the registration process, we capture all this valuable demographic information: primary job function, job title, number of employees. You won't get this information from a business card or from jotting down names and numbers. And again,
if I could just add something here, because it's just so darn important. I just can't stress it enough. Is that Steve, you're right. A business card's great. It's nice to have a person's company name and phone number and email address and so on. But what has been created here gives so much more information. I mean, take the business card and look at that value compared to all that information, and then having the demographics, Steve. It's mind-boggling to find out that I know exactly what their budget is. I know their job title. I know that this is where they stand in the purchasing, and what products they're interested in. It's such a valuable thing. I just can't overstate it.
That's a good point, Chris. Thanks. And one thing I'd like to note, too, that this demographic information will be provided to you in your Excel spreadsheet, and there'll be column headers. So when you get back from the show, you can sort by the demographics and go in and create tailored information specific to that attendee's interests. So train your staff. What I like to recommend to all exhibiting companies is, let's get this done before the show. Let's set up a meeting with your sales team. Let's set up some accountability by maybe setting a lead sales goal, maybe 50 leads, 100 leads per sales rep. And but what we can do is we have a demo version of our Express Connect app, which is essentially, it works on all our lead retrieval devices, whether it's your smartphone or tablet or one of ours. We can send you a demo version of the app. We created a mock event. We can send you test badges. Let's do this weeks out before the TPE show, and we can even get on the phone with you. Nicole Hutchinson, your account rep, she'd be more than happy to get on the phone with you and walk your team through on a phone call any questions, concerns, how to best capture and qualify those sales leads.
Steve, there's no other Reg company, and being in the industry 30 years, who does as good of a job of training our exhibitors to train their staff to make sure they're the most successful. And at the end of the day, let's face it, time is money. We want to make sure that you guys rock it, get great leads, follow up, develop purchase orders, and sell. Steve?
Thanks, Chris. So here's the Express Leads family, and it's essentially 3 options. It's our Express Connect app on your own smartphone or tablet, or you can get our Express Connect Plus handheld, which is our Samsung Galaxy smartphone. We give you a charger with it. It has the app all ready to go. It's an all-in-one solution, has cell data built into it, so it'll upload your leads in real time to our web portal. Or you can get our Express Connect Elite, which works on your PC, Mac, or Windows Surface Pro. And on site, we would give you a USB scanner that would plug into your device to capture leads. And available with any of the solutions, even on your own smartphone or tablet, we have a wireless Bluetooth printer, which is optional. So now just going into the options a little bit more detail. The most popular, what's become the most popular of our options is our Express Connect app. And that would work on, again, on your smartphone or tablet, Apple or Android. And the best part about the app, it has the most features and functionality because you're using a device that's your own. So you can send emails right in the app. You can go into the settings before the show and set up an email template where, thanks for visiting us at the TPE show. For more information, contact us at, and you can put an email address, a phone number, your website, and that can all be ready to go so that when that attendee is walking out of your booth, you can hit an icon, an envelope icon. It sends that predetermined email right to that individual so they have your contact info even before they're leaving your booth. There's also sales qualifiers. We have qualifiers that work on all our devices. They come with 20 generic sales qualifiers. They say like send literature, send samples, have a salesperson call. Those are all customizable according to your company's products, services, sales reps, sales regions, whatever will help you go a little bit further in the sales process. The best part about the app is that you can scan anywhere. You can have your smartphone with you at all times. You can scan on shuttle buses to and from the show, maybe at an exhibitor-sponsored party, at some evening gala, and so on.
Steve, 2 quick things. Funny, I was at a show where there was a gentleman in a bar who had one of your lead retrieval units, and he was talking to somebody, and I saw him pull it out and scan a badge at a bar. I mean, how fun is that? You use it. Don't shut down the show when it's over at the end of the day.
Exactly. That's it. Everybody's scanning, and we're finding that too. They're scanning outside the booth quite a bit. So again, the Express Connect Elite, that is essentially the app that'll work on, again, a Mac, a Windows PC, or a Windows Surface Pro. Has the same features and functionality as the Express Connect app, and again, the printer is also available for that feature as well. And last but not least is our Express Connect Plus, which is our Samsung Galaxy smartphone with the app already pre-installed. It's all ready to go. It's an all-in-one solution. It's pretty popular for those booths where they have so many sales reps that may not want to commit their smartphone or tablet to the booth, and they just want to have one handheld to hand around. Or if you want, we've made it very affordable to get several apps, so you could do the Express Connect app on your own smartphones or do one of our handhelds. Works just the same.
It's what I've heard too with TPE is oftentimes there's multiple companies within a booth. How would you recommend you work something like that with lead retrieval?
That's simple. All you'd have to do is call us or call Nicole, your Hutchinson, your sales rep, and just say, if you want to keep your leads separate, maybe you're sharing a booth and you want to have separate lead retrieval. If you just simply give us a call or send us an email, we can add your company information. You can then go in and order. We can take your order over the phone with a credit card, and then your leads will be separate. You'll get separate login credentials, and you'll be able to download your leads separately, and it'll all be, particular to your order and your company.
Fantastic.
So again, the leads are going to be sent up to our web portal in real time, depending whether you're using your own smartphone or tablet or you're using our Express Connect Plus handhelds. And then the Elite, you would have to have internet with the Elite. But once you get back to, if you don't have internet in the booth with the Express Connect Elite, once you're in the vicinity of a local wireless signal or a Cat5 signal, you can definitely upload those leads. But with our handheld and with your handheld, it'll upload immediately, so you can download your leads in an Excel spreadsheet format. Whether you want to do it at night, maybe send out an email blast to those attendees, thanking them for visiting your booth each night. That's possible. In addition to downloading your leads on our website, we also provide these really neat graphic reports. You can produce them right on the website. They're also downloadable, so you can download them, in an electronic format. Maybe share them with your marketing team. Go over metrics and so on. And that's all available on our portal. And our Express Attendee Exhibit Tracker. So what we do is at the end of the show, we like to follow up before you even had the chance to follow up. What we do is we send out an email blast to every attendee that attended the TPE show, and they'll get a list of every company that scanned their badge. So this is a typical look of what the attendee will see. You can see over to the right there, all these companies. There'll be URL links right to each exhibitor's company, provided they scan that attendee badge. So really a great follow-up tool.
Steve, one thing, if I can mention, actually there's two items that you'd mentioned here which I just are so important just to reiterate. One is in the app, what you can do is you can automatically send an email to the person who has left your booth, and you can do that at any time. In this environment where trade shows are so competitive and everyone's going for their own piece of the pie, that's such an advantage because there's a lot of people who won't use good lead retrieval systems, and if they don't use that's quite an advantage. But this one here, too, is so cool. I call this reverse lead retrieval, and we've used this many, many times, where what's going to happen is anyone with a lead retrieval unit are going to be the ones highlighted to the attendees. So let's say 75% of the exhibitors rent lead retrieval units, and people go to 100% of those. Only 75% of those will find out where they were scanned, who had the lead retrieval unit. So this is such a cool thing. Again, TPE has said we want to invest in a program where we make it so obvious for to drive traffic and to also let people know where they stopped when they were at TPE. So this is just such a cool program. So good job on that, Steve.
It really is. Thank you, Chris. So again, we're the official lead retrieval provider, and there's Nicole Hutchinson's contact information should you have any questions, before or after the show. And thank you for your time today.
Excellent. And see, just a couple quick things to wrap this up. So one of the other areas we talked about is we had talked at TPE to a number of exhibitors who we determined were an advisory group. These were diverse companies that were everything from tobacco to vapor to alternative to general merchandise and everything in between. And we asked long, hard questions. And one of the things we said to them was, help us. We see that some people buy sponsorship tools and some don't. And we heard loud and clear, you spoke. And here's what you said. The days of buying huge banners all throughout the show are dwindling. Some people are still into it, but more people want to have metrics. They want to have measurement. They want to deliver more booth traffic. They want to promote their products and services. They want to generate leads and likes and sales and tweets and things like that. And they want to build more exhibiting ROIs and bottom line. What you'll find is, and you'll see a couple of graphs up here about our buyers at TPE, but we have created a really awesome set of new advanced tools, and I have to say this, they fit every darn budget. And so just as a quick example, this is what if you go to the Tobacco Plus Expo website, click on Sponsor, and then you'll be able to see this marketing kit, and it's got just a bevy of really cool stuff. So here's just a few of them. We've got level sponsorships that we've added this year. People wanted bundles of things, and again, super reasonable. People may want social media, and they want to make sure they're at a lounge and things like that. Awesome stuff. We have themed lounges in all 4 sections of the show, really themed, cool environments for people to try before they buy. You can sponsor those. Conference sessions. Again, we have an entire conference and education program. NATO's participating in it. We've got some great stuff, Netherlands regulations, and how to adapt your business based on the regulations, but also, what are some of the best trends in retail today, and how can we help you to make sure that you make more money? New product showcase. Every year, this is one of the popular ones. People come to trade shows to see new products. Great new product showcase, the badge lanyards, marketing packages. Again, pick one that's just right for you that really will make sure you get more exposure. And use those and use your free pass link. My gosh. electronic, online, email blasts, advertising opportunities, the show directory, charging stations, 40 decals. We've got all kinds of things we've created because you folks have said we want something different. We want something more. We want things to remember us by. We want to drive more traffic to the booth, and we want more engagement beyond the booth. So all those things are available if you go to the Tobacco Plus Expo website. Again, under sponsorship, you will see that. Most importantly, there is a group of people right here, and of course our call centers, to make sure we answer any questions. As Steve has said very clearly, it's not about selling you a product, it's about making sure that you do well at the show. Some things are free, some things are a little bit more premium, but at the end of the day, you will see very, very clearly that you can pick and choose the items that are best for your company to make sure that, again, your ROI by exhibiting in TPE 2017 are the best they've ever had, and the TPE team is committed to make sure that happens. Steve Burrow, thank you for joining us and explaining the on-site lead retrieval and how that happens and the added bonuses. It was great. And then they would call Nicole Hutchison for any questions, correct?
That's correct. Thanks, Chris.
Good. Hey, folks, on behalf of all of us at Convention Data Services and Tobacco Plus Expo, the TPE, here's all the phone numbers. Pat Palin can you up with sponsorship. Call me with any free pass questions. I'm fielding them every day because people see the benefit of this. Nicole, of course, lead retrieval, and any questions you have, whether it be logistics and hotel and move-in or the toolkit, the numbers are right here. We thank you very much for participating in our webinar today and hope you have a great TPE, and we look forward to seeing you in Las Vegas in January.